We are back in Statesboro, Georgia, and we are trying today an amazing coffee shop on my way back home called 3 Tree Coffee. These guys have great coffee and also great brunch, but even greater than that is the story of how this place came about. So let's talk to the owner, hear the story, and take it from there.
I'm Philip Clayman, and I'm one of the founders of 3 Tree Coffee. We started in Statesboro, Georgia. We now have 3 coffee shop locations, 2 in Statesboro, 1 in Pooler. So we officially opened our first coffee shop in 2015, and a lot of people think that's when 3 Tree started, but for me it actually goes back to 2013, when I met Michelle, who was a victim of sex trafficking in Indonesia. And I remember meeting her in a coffee shop. My wife and I were there, and it really gripped us. I remember that night we just didn't sleep, and this concept of someone being exploited against their will for someone else's gain just ruined us. And we said, whatever we do next, we want to stop that. And so we ended up coming back, moving to Statesboro, and we said, well, what can we do about this? And we thought, well, coffee. Coffee gets lots of different people's attention. It's a cool cultural thing. The coffee shop is seen as a community hub. What better way than to utilize this beverage than to use it to raise awareness about ending human trafficking? So what sort of products can you get at 3 Tree Coffee? Well, we do consider ourselves a specialty coffee shop, and so we have some really good espresso-based drinks. My personal favorite is a traditional Cortado, so it's equal parts espresso and milk. It's only a 4-ounce drink, so it's smaller, a little intense, but we also have lattes and Americanos and cappuccinos. But my personal favorite when it comes to espresso drinks is the Cortado. When it comes to food, we have really great gluten-free, dairy-free muffins, and most people don't even know that it's gluten-free, dairy-free. So it's really neat to be able to serve our allergen-sensitive guests and our allergen-sensitive community. And then we also have kolaches, also pronounced kolaches, but they're basically an Eastern European sweetbread that are filled with some really yummy goodies. So our sausage and cheese kolache is one of my personal favorites.
All right, so the first thing, as we heard from the owner, the number one drink that he likes is this Cortado. But look at this. It's just beautiful. I do love how they were able to put latte art in this small little canvas. It takes skill to do that because the canvas is so small. You got to have really steady hands. I'm not a latte artist, but I've tried. And I've tried in cups like this. And I'm still having trouble. So hats off to the barista who did this. Really good job. So if you don't know what a Cortado is, it's equal parts cream and espresso. So it's a punch in the face in a very small cup. There we go. So the bean is like an espresso blend. So it's Ethiopian and Honduras. If you know Ethiopian coffee, it's going to be pretty dark, pretty strong, unless you're cooking it light. But Ethiopian coffee is usually extremely strong. You're going to get those chocolate notes, and I'm getting that, a lot of that actually. Chocolate, caramel notes. But one thing I'm not getting is a lot of bitterness, and that says a lot. So that means whoever roasted this stopped the roasting at a perfect time. It's not overbearing. I don't usually like it when it's over roasted, because then it's just the bitterness overtakes any type of notes you would ever taste. So lastly, we are talking about this cappuccino. Again, it's beautiful. The latte art's amazing. So, cheers. Everything here is so smooth. Nothing's over roasted. And I mean, like, they're not dark roasting or over roasting their beans. They're making it kind of like a medium to a light roast. So that's what I love about it. This one is awesome because it has a lot of cinnamon. So you have the coffee with the cinnamon, and it is also good to know that the winter roast, this one, is basically a Colombia coffee, and the beans are literally dried inside a cinnamon bar before they're even roasted. So if you do love cinnamon, you need to try the winter blend.
So at our Midtown location in Statesboro on South Main Street, we also have our biscuit brunch every Saturday from 8 to 1 p.m. And it is delicious if you've never had it. My personal favorite is the Biscuit and Bowl. It's grits, it's eggs, it's cheese, it's bacon, or if you want a different meat, you can get a different meat. So you can kind of build your own bowl, how do you want it made, and it is so good.
We have our first dish, which is called the Biscuit and Bowl, like biscuit and bowl. So you have a biscuit and a bowl. And in the bowl, you're having grits, you're having bacon, cheese, a fried egg. You better shot of that. So biscuits to gravy, that's there. So I'm gonna try this out. Try the biscuit first. That was good.
It'll get a little better. I'll probably put it in the machine.
I hope this isn't like disparaging, but it reminds me of the cheddar biscuits I used to get when I went to like Red Lobster. Those things were addictive. This has those kind of vibes for me. If you don't like Red Lobster, I'm sorry for saying that, but back in the day, that was the biscuit to get. I used to go there all the time and just get a bag of biscuits until I realized how many carbs were in one biscuit, and I kind of regretted my life. Moving on, we have the grits. We have the egg with the bacon, the cheese. That is awesome. I'm guessing the bacon is giving it like that natural salt, that natural flavor. Normally with grits, I gotta like fill it with salt, pepper to get a good flavor out of it. This is actually really good. So you have the cheese, the bacon. You have chives. It's all just really, really good.
I would say that we like the environment because we can come and study scripture or meet with our friends and just kind of talk and catch up, and it's just a really good place to do that. The coffee's really good. I also used to work here, and the environment of working in the kitchen was really positive, and it just felt like a good environment. Like our goal was to welcome everyone, and I think that we did that really well. So it's exciting to see that is still happening. Even not being here for a few years, it's just a really great place to be.
I love their mission and everything Free Tree stands for. They give a portion of their proceeds to human trafficking safe homes, which is sweet. I work in human services, and so it's just a place after my own heart. I think God calls all Christians to welcome the lost, and we are to be the people who are taking these off the streets and kind of just giving them homes and safety and speaking into them. And Free Tree supports missions and causes that do just that, which I love. I love that the money I'm spending is on good food and good coffee, but it's also going towards a cause. So I know it's not just falling flat, and it's not some big corporation that you don't know anything about, but they talk about the programs that their money is going to, and they go on trips to help these things. They're not just kind of like idly serving, but they're using their money to do God's will, which I love.
So this location in Statesboro on South Main Street is open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays, closed on Sundays. Lastly, if you're interested in getting involved with our mission, I'd have two suggestions. The first one is I would encourage you to buy some of our bags of coffee. Once again, $1 of every bag that we sell goes to safe houses in our area. And we have some really fun different single origin coffees, Columbia collab lot. Right now we have a winter evergreen coffee that's a cinnamon co-ferment, really fun flavors. But then on top of that, there's some really great organizations in our area that you could support directly. One that I would like to recommend is called Theros Place. They're a safe house in Pooler, Chatham County area, and they do so much to help victims of trafficking that are in our local area. So if you want to check them out, go look up Theros Place, and I'd encourage you to donate.
So altogether, this was really straight end of the week. I've never been in a coffee shop with such great people, such friendly people, such faith-based people. So I am excited that this episode ends on a positive note. And with that, we will be back in Statesboro. So stay tuned. If you are in Statesboro, you want to hear more, we will be coming back. So definitely subscribe, follow us, and we will see you guys in the next video. Talk to you soon.